Assalamu alaikum and welcome to Humanity First International News. We try and bring you regular updates, and we've been in people's homes, we've been in different countries, and today we're in Humanity First International headquarters. This is HQ, this is the hub of where all the activity normally is, but due to COVID-19, people are working remotely. So we've got the keys and we're in here today to record. We're trying to do this regular updates to let you guys know what's happening around the world. Now there'll be some facts and figures which I've got written down here, so please bear with me. We've got our various different activities around COVID-19, and if you look at what we've done, it's amazing work. 70 countries, more than 70 countries now that we're actively working. We've impacted 650,000 people around the world. Now that's as a result of 3,500 volunteers around the world. So that's amazing work, 650,000 people being impacted. Now, if you also another bit of interesting things, the PPE, we talk about masks and sanitizers and all that. We've actually delivered 184,000 bits of PPE around the world. Now, in some countries, they're very short of this. So some of the work we've done around, certainly in Africa, it's been groundbreaking. We were there very early, so credit to our teams around the world. Now, also, I'd like to tell you about the food security. If you look at meals, one problem there has been is shortage of food. Now we've actually done 8 million meals. Now that's maybe not hot meals, but we provided food enough for 8 million meals. And if we look at the hours that our volunteers put in and dollarize that amount, that's equivalent to $4.6 million worth of aid, basically through the efforts of our volunteers. So I want to thank you all for pitching in and working globally and collaboratively to make this work amazing. Now, we normally have a few video reports, so we're going to crack straight on to a report from Kosovo, our friends in Kosovo. Now we'll have the report. Thank you.
Jemi këtu në qendrën e mjekësisë familjare numër 5, ku sot është bërë inaugurimi i tunelit të dytë dezinfektues, duke falenderuar organizatës jo qeveritare Humanity First. Sot kemi fatin që edhe në qendrën mjekësisë familjare numër 5 të kemi një tunel të tillë, i cili do të na mundsojë, domethënë, luftimin sa më të mirë të COVID-19-s, si dhe në prevenimin e infeksioneve të cilat mund të na ndodhin gjatë vizitës së pacientëve, por edhe të stafit në këtë qendër të mjekësisë familjare në Prishtinë.
Falenderoj shumë Humanity First për këtë donacion shumë të rëndësishëm në këtë kohë pandemie, kur e dim se tani më në Prishtinë kemi rreth 96 raste aktive dhe numri i tyre pritet të shtohet ditëve në vazhdim. Tu e pa parasysh probabilitetin e rritjes së rasteve me COVID-19, ky është ndër donacionet më të qelluara dhe më të nevojshme tani për kujdesin parësor shëndetësor, sidomos për këtë qendër e cila ka një numër të madh të qytetarëve të cilët vizitojnë këtë qendër. Unë i falenderoj nga shpirti për këtë donacion dhe presim në vazhdim bashkëpunim edhe më të thellë në të gjitha fushat sa i përket mjekësisë dhe fushave tjera.
Well, that's a fabulous report there from the work in Kosovo, our friends in Eastern Europe doing marvellous work. And if you're in a country that isn't represented, but you're watching this news, you can help too. Get in contact with your local Humanity First people, your regional Humanity First team, and maybe you can help build that number so we're helping more than 70 countries and aiming around the world. Now, also, one thing that you can do as a volunteer is go and give blood. We've just got stats here that we've given 2,100 units of blood. Now, I'm a regular blood donor, and each person can live 3 to 4 units per year. So that's one thing you can definitely help. So if you're able and you're fit and strong, I'd urge you to go give blood. Now, our next up, we've got a report from some more friends in Eastern Europe, this time from Georgia.
The organisation is Humanity First. We've been operating in Georgia for about 4 weeks, and together with the Ahmadiyya Muslim community in Georgia, we've delivered over 1,200 packages throughout Georgia in different regions. Humanity First is mandated to serve people irrespective of religion, race or where they're from, and we hope to continue to work with all parties, all organizations within Georgia to help our fellow Georgians. Thank you very much.
Well, that's a great report from our friends in Georgia, and keep those reports coming in. And I would urge you, if you're watching or you maybe need to tell other people as well, please don't forget to subscribe so these updates come directly to you. Just go down there, press the bell, and you'll get a subscription. We're doing fabulous work, and without your help, we can do nothing. Now, we've also got a final report this time from Canada, talking about their latest report.
During the COVID-19 pandemic, Humanity First Canada has been busier than ever before, caring for the most vulnerable populations both in Canada and across the world. With over 8 million cases globally, the need for support has never been greater, and it includes medical supplies as well as non-medical basic necessities such as food, water, and clothing. Humanity First Canada has over 100 volunteers that are actively working on its response to this unprecedented pandemic. Within Canada, over 4,100 families, meaning 16,000 individuals, have been directly assisted with ongoing support. Altogether, food hampers and more than 11 tons of fresh food have been distributed under the Feed a Family program. Additionally, Humanity First has provided personal protective equipment, sanitizers, cleaning materials, clothing, and other household materials to those in need. Humanity First has launched a telemedicine virtual healthcare program for elderly and those who need to see a doctor from the safety of their own homes, allowing patients to avoid costly and difficult travel. And nearly 20,000 face shields have been delivered to healthcare workers in Canada and around the globe. Internationally, over 32,000 beneficiaries have received support from Humanity First Canada. Altogether, well over 2.4 million people have been fed, and the food ration has been distributed to over 14 countries in Africa, South America, and Asia. Humanity First has offered a COVID-19 support line where nearly 100 daily calls are answered, totaling over 8,000 phone calls over the course of the pandemic. Support for newcomers to Canada and stranded refugees facing horrific conditions in countries around the globe continues. Humanity First needs your continued support to respond to these heightened needs. Your generous donations of money and time are directly impacting countless lives.
Wow, that's another fabulous report. Keep the reports coming in. I particularly like the Kosovo report where they talked about the disinfection tunnel. 7,000 patients were helped there by people going through that tunnel. We've seen that in other countries. So they're doing interesting work in Kosovo with that disinfection tunnel. I wonder if we'll see that in other parts of the world. So in terms of hospitals, we've done 114 hospitals now around the world. So it's really fabulous work. So we're going to wrap up now. Thanks for all the reports. Thanks for subscribing. Don't forget to go and give some blood if you can, and make sure that you can make a little bit of effort. If you give us some money, that's great, but also you can give us your time. So please, don't forget to subscribe, and we'll see you next time on the Humanity First International News Updates. Thank you. Jazakallah.